All right, here is my audience for today. 4 people. And now we're going to go ahead and start. When I was working as an aide at a kitchen at a retirement center, I got permission to start training to be a cook. My boss asked if I could come in the next morning to start my training. I told him that I had a scheduled doctor appointment that morning, but that I would happily start the next day. He told me, well, if you can't come in, then you obviously aren't serious about training to be a cook. I was young and I didn't want to rock the boat, so I said I'd be there. Friday morning came and I had a terrible migraine, which happened to be the reason that I originally set up my doctor's appointment. I had been having debilitating migraines, and they would last for days at a time. So I called my boss and I told him that I was sick and that I wouldn't be able to come in that day. He was furious. He swore and he told me that unless I was puking or seeing the doctor, then I needed to be at work in an hour. And I explained, well, I do have a doctor's appointment, remember? He was so upset that he hung up on me. I'm sure many of you have had a similar story about a boss or job that you've had in the past, similar to that in the past. On the flip side, there are some highly influential and motivating managers out there, and I'm positive that you have either met or heard of some of them. People who create healthy work environments allow you to be effective at your job. It's common knowledge that the people around you can make or break your desire to work hard, which is why developing professional relationships with one's coworkers is crucial to building a strong team. So why is team building so important? Well, it creates trust between coworkers and improves relationships with the workforce or with the workplace, which boosts morale, creativity, and productivity. A study done by MacroThink Institute says, cooperation of team members can only be created when trust is the most important value of the team culture. Trust provides an atmosphere where members can discuss their mistakes, accept criticism, and freely express their feelings. So this leads to more synergy. When employees feel that they can be transparent and open with their coworkers and employers, it allows them to be more accepting and understanding when someone gives them feedback. Rather than seeing it as negative criticism, they take it as someone explaining ways they could do it better to help them improve. This openness and transparency can foster that trust. Grants Pro can build its teamwork skills by using team building exercises to build that trust. There are many ways to do this. Some examples include creating a space and time for employees to get to know one another by providing relationship building experiences such as picnics, luncheons, retreats, and bring your kid to work day. Some companies even incentivize their employees with rewards by encouraging friendly team competitions. Making sure that play and creativity are introduced to the workplace by challenging employees to contests, games, and relationship building activities where everyone can get to know each other. Fostering trust. Not all companies, employers, and managers are created equal. A quote from another study done by MacroThinks called Testing the Effects of Employee Empowerment, Teamwork, and Employee Training identified several reasons for being less productive as follows. Ineffective training in the organization, absence of written performance standards, poor planning and motivation, frequent change, undesirable atmosphere and work environment, insufficient communication at various levels, and non-description with organizational goals. Management. One of the most important aspects of building a strong team is management involvement. As mentioned in the previous quote, proper training is necessary for employees to have the tools needed to be effective at their jobs. If an employee doesn't have adequate training, they may suffer from anxiety, feeling as though they're being thrown into the fire, and they could possibly even do a worse job because of it. Managers have a duty to make their employees feel supported and valued as on an individual level and as on a team level. Studies have shown that if managers delegate responsibility to employees, that they feel empowered and motivated. Empowerment has been directly recognized as a key contributor to positive organizational outcomes, such as enhanced employees' responsibilities and motivation in their routine work, improved level of job satisfaction, better quality of services, higher employees' loyalty, low turnover intention, and maximized productivity. It is obvious that empowering your employees will give them motivation and improve their work life and the company's overall success. Relationship building. It is also up to the manager to help create opportunities for their employees to build professional relationships with one another. This can seem like a daunting task, but when you have a small team like Grants Pro, it's actually easier to accomplish. Smaller teams mean more collaboration and relying on one another frequently. It can also mean closer relationships and friendships. Not that this can't be achieved in larger companies, but having a smaller team has its advantages. Another quote from MacroThink says, "Organizations which emphasize more on teams have resulted in increased employee performance, greater productivity, and better problem solving at work." All right, so now we're going to take a bit of a break. With this in mind, we're going to play this quick game called Never Have I Ever. I asked everyone to write down their answers beforehand, so we're going to start with Mark, and just remember to keep it professional, okay? So Mark, go ahead.
Never have I ever owned a business.
Okay, hands up on everyone. Okay, Mom, you have your finger down. Great. Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay, let's see. Never have I ever went gold panning or gold digging in Nome, Alaska.
So very oddly specific. I think Dad is out. I'm down one. You have 3 left, Dad? Okay, Dad, your turn.
Never have I been to Costa Rica.
Oh, nice. Okay, David, your turn.
Never have I ever been to Utah.
Oh man.
It's a
You
lot of
still
people.
got 5.
Yeah.
No, we gotta get him.
Never have I ever played the guitar at all.
Nice. Okay, Mom, your turn.
Let's see.
You're all down to one
Never
finger.
have I ever installed electric wire in a home.
Oh,
She wins.
Mom wins.
Yes.
Wow, everyone's out
Oh my
except for her.
gosh,
It's
we
great.
actually got David out.
Yeah. Good job, guys. So how did that feel? What did you have
That was
fun?
Yes,
Okay,
that was
good,
fun.
good.
And we learned a little bit about each other. We've got to take David moose hunting.
Apparently.
Ball
Okay.
hunting.
So, you feel like you got to know each other. Awesome. Well, that is the whole point of these games, is to get to know one another. In conclusion, Even though this was a fun game, these types of relationships, or these types of relationship building exercises are crucial to building trust and fostering teamwork within the workplace. Teamwork isn't something that happens overnight. Relationships with your coworkers are built over time. Trust is earned and can be lost. So, work hard not to jeopardize that trust. But creating a healthy environment where teamwork can grow is also something the employers and managers need to foster. Without opportunities to learn about one another, you won't build that trust of those relationships. My challenge to you is to create time for your employees to get to know one another, even if it's just playing a game or throwing a birthday party for your employees. Those might seem like small, simple steps, but your employees do notice and care. If they feel comfortable enough around one another, then creativity, morale, and productivity will increase for Grants Pro. Thank you.